Good evening, and welcome to WANA Live, the reading series of the Writers Association of Northern Appalachia. I'm your host, Damian Dressick. This is your other host,
Christina Fasonic, who is very sad to see that it is dark out already. A lot of times, all summer long when we do our show, it's still light out and it's dark. And so that means the changing of the seasons. And I don't like it. I'm a summer girl. So how are you, Damien?
I'm good. I like the fall. I've got me like sweaters on and all like lined up. Have you put out your decorative gourds, Christina?
Well, I have my pumpkins in the window like usual, but no decorative gourds yet, except for my own gourd.
Who do we have reading? Who do we have reading?
All right, I should bring our reader on the show before our viewers start throwing tomatoes or gourds at me. So tonight we have someone who's been on before, but he's got a new book out, and we wanted to bring him back on. Bart Solarczyk is a lifelong resident of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Over the past 40 years, his poems have been published in print and online in a variety of magazines, journals, anthologies, broadsides, and chapbooks. He is the author of 2 full-length poetry collections, Tilted World by Logos Press and Classic Chapbooks by Redhawk Publications. And let's bring him on and hear what he's got to say tonight. Hey, Bart.
Hello, how are you?
We're doing well. How are you?
Good. Pretty good. Hanging in there. Mm-hmm.
I think the last time you were on the show, you were reading with some folks from Logos Press.
I read with Taylor. She had her book of short stories out. Taylor Greisler.
That's right. It was awesome.
Yes, that was nice. That was very enjoyable. Mm-hmm.
So are you reading?
Doing some cool things.
Pardon me?
Are you reading from your new book tonight?
Yes, that's all I'm going to read from. I'll do a few poems from the new book.
All right, let's take a look at that cover, Bart. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, we got the, there's a stripe across it because it's the proof thing. It won't look like that, but they did a nice job. They did a very nice job. I'm very pleased with the packaging and the graphics, etc.
Very cool. So people are getting to hear this work before they could even go out and buy it.
Yeah, well, actually, people who had pre-ordered copies got them in the mail this week. So they're already getting them in, and so and we're setting up some readings here in Pittsburgh to kind of do a launch. So hopefully we'll sell a few more. Mm-hmm.
All right, great.
Normally, Bart, before we usually wait till after to put comments up, but I thought you have a cheering section here that I'd let you know about. Peggy Honeydew is here saying, "Hey, Bart."
Hi, Peg. Hi, Rusty. Hi, Rusty. A lot of good people. Tim, all right.
Yes. And Kara Sherman is here.
Yes. So great.
So you've got your cheering section.
Nice.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, we're going to disappear and let you do your thing. Give the audience what they want.
Okay. There's a lot of looking back in this book. You know, I'm 67 years old now. And also a couple of years ago in April of 2020, my wife died suddenly of a heart attack. So this book deals with loss and survival and grief, but there's also some hope in here. So I just, it's triggered a lot of memories. So we're going to start off with this one. And my dad always had the worst, absolutely the worst cars. And I wrote a poem about that. It's called Third Hand Clunker. The mill smells like egg farts, and the slaughterhouse like 10,000 brutal deaths. We're riding somewhere fun in Dad's latest used car. Mom gags as we pinch noses in the back seat. Windows cranked, we bake until safe wind. Summer in Pittsburgh, hot and stinky. To be that boy again. Bad air. A third-hand clunker, and everyone's still here. This next poem is called Rocket Boys. I had a lot of great uncles and many, many cousins and a lot of good memories. And some of the childhood was kind of rough and tumble. Rocket Boys. Shadow blood in black and white. We walk it backward roads to when shit made a difference, and ghosts hung on the line, all dirty gray. Uncles drunk on porches, tossing cousins, we took turns, laughing rocket boys, arced between heroes. Plastic flowers, queen of city steps and soot, blessed mother in a bathtub shrine, embracing slag, smoke, and hammers. Come adore her. Plastic flowers never die. Up on South Side on the slopes where I grew up, there was always people made shrines out of old bathtubs, sunk them in the ground and put Blessed Mother statue in their backyards. That was sort of the inspiration for that poem. So I had talked about losing my wife, and after she died, after her, other than her obituary, I wrote very little until about 3 months in, and then suddenly I started writing about it. So this poem here is called 3 Months Now. The side of my neighbor's house looks like a yellow brick skull with a green hedge beard and dirty window eyes. It watches past the driveway, watches me drink backyard beer, watches while I kiss the silver pipe, watches like it knows something I don't, but I do. Gone 3 months now, she's not coming back. A very short one, Tammy. Every inch a mile and every clock eternity. I miss you. I stay drunk. I'm on my way. The color of absence, the color of passion, the color of blood, the color of penance. The color of iron when malleable, the color of a bruise that's almost pretty, the color of absence, the color of wings clipped too young, the color of dreams where we touch and you're still here. Impossible color. I'm going to do just like 1 or 2 more. I thought I had this one written down where I wanted to get. Well, anyway, let's just do this one. No Feathered Oracle. Tammy, I'm all ears, but you're still keeping secrets. 2 years gone. No message of the clouds, no feathered oracle. Blue sky is just blue sky. My friend the crow. Mortality, a fisted heart, the drag of loneliness. And my friend the crow, swallowing your name. And I'm going to end with the title poem. I had written this for a friend of mine who was a barista at the now defunct Coffee Buddha after the last event up there a couple of years ago. And about 5 weeks after I wrote this, Tammy died. And so my words kind of came back to me as some form of comfort. But carried where we go for Megan at the Coffee Buddha. Beauty blossoms new each day if we fix our eyes to see it. Wisdom comes with age if we keep the door ajar. There will be pain, there will be loss. What we hold will shatter. But hearts bind in the dark. Love follows light. Friends are folks we didn't know who arrive unexpected and never leave. Carried where we go. And that's it. thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, Bart. Before we go on, I did want to say that we're all fortunate Bart is here, and so are his fans. Even though there's a Steelers game going on right now, I believe.
Well, the kickoff will be, I think, we still have time to make the kickoff.
We got 4 minutes.
And yes, and if not, you can always rewind those first couple of minutes. So yes, that's I thought of that immediately when you extended the offer, but I thought, oh, this is really cool. It goes boom, boom.
There you go. There you go. Bart, I really like this new book. I love the brevity and the approachability of your poems. So often today, people, just as a professor, you talk to students about, well, it's too dense, it's too complex. There's like this wall between them and the work. And I think you really do a great job of creating imagery and language that are more welcoming and able to pull people in. So I thought that was really terrific. I love, it feels to me like you are, I don't know, a lot of people write about the industrial heritage of Pittsburgh, but myself, even at a remove, these were not adult memories for me. So I think you did a lovely job of creating this kind of forgotten Pittsburgh when it was what it was in the 60s, yes. When everyone was still here.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I really love the line, "Laughing Rocket Boys arced between heroes."
Yes.
And I could see this so clearly, these children being tossed between their strong uncles, and how that must have felt as a child to be both scared to death because you're in midair, but also know that you're safe because your uncles are these strong men that are going to catch you.
I don't recall any of us ever being dropped. I don't think they ever made an error. So, but yes, they were our heroes, definitely. These guys, and, of course, they were drinking a few Iron Cities on the porch and, and just tossing us around.
Well, it was hot and stinky.
That sure as hell was. Yep.
Well, I really also liked the imagery here. And I think you touch on these stages of grief so very well, because there's, they talk about things like acceptance and other things whenever you think about like Kubler-Ross and grief. But I think what you're talking about is more about the time of grief. So there's this immediate grief, and then there's the weeks that follow where, there's still things in your house that remind you of that person, where it's almost unreal that they're not there. But then at that 3-month mark, you're at another place with grief. At a year, you're at a different place. At 5 years, 10 years. And it's not that the pain is less or the pain is more. It's just different.
Yes. Right. Mm-hmm. It never all goes away. It's always with you, but you just learn how to, it becomes a part of you, and, you carry it with you,
Yeah. And I think that line, the color of a bruise, almost pretty, really gets to this sort of this color, the idea that in this dream that you're together, but it's a color that doesn't really exist.
Right.
And that was really lovely and beautiful. So thank you for these beautiful poems.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh yeah, it's always great.
Enjoyed it.
I can tell you that your fan club has not diminished in its fervor or its attendance over here. Gene Connell Jenkins says, "Hi, Bart."
Hi, Gene. Mm-hmm.
Sandra Schott is here to say hey.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle Marie says, "Always enjoy your words." Loretta Dolsky says, "Love you, man. Great poems." That's awesome.
Thanks, Loretta.
And Beth says that she's missing Tammy. So
yes, well, we all are, Beth. Thank you.
And Loretta says that she loves the new book.
Yes.
And Tara adds that she can't wait to read the rest of the book. And I believe that everybody can say the same. I think she speaks for all of us. I can't wait to read this, and I'm jealous of all the people who already got their copies on pre-order. Thank you so much, Bart. This was wonderful.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on and sharing your work with us. We really enjoyed it.
This was a wonderful opportunity. I'm really grateful.
Well, I guess we should end by saying go Steelers.
That's it. We're going to go see what happens.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Thanks,
All
Bart.
righty.